Hey, I'm Aaron Bailey and I help hardworking people lose 20 to 30 pounds in 3 to 6 months. In this video, I'm gonna tell you my top 2 reasons why you're not losing fat even though you're working out. My first reason is because a lot of people underestimate their calories and they snack way too much. I would track your calories for at least a week just to see how many calories you're actually eating. The other thing is have dinner made, because a lot of the times, even myself, I'll go home and be like, oh, dinner's not made, and before I make it, I'll have some crackers, I'll have some cheese, I'll have a couple snacks. A lot of people do this, and then it's like you ate 200 to 300 calories before your 500 calorie meal, and that really adds up without you noticing. Some culprits for underestimating your calories are things like peanut butter, smoothies, and heavy creams. Those are just my 3 things that I've noticed. I think the funniest thing is I have a lot of clients where I say 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, that's 190 calories, and a lot of clients are like, oh, well, I only have 1 tablespoon, so I'm probably only having 80 calories. And it's guaranteed you're not. 1 tablespoon is a tablespoon and you scrape off the top. That's nothing. A tablespoon is not, let's see how much peanut butter I can get on the top of this spoon. No, that's not it. So make sure you're calculating that correctly with peanut butter. Smoothies are one of those things is you could eat a banana and be like, oh wow, that's a good snack, but in a smoothie, you're getting a banana, you're getting berries, you're getting milk, you're getting protein powder, maybe some yogurt, and then maybe even peanut butter on top of that. You wouldn't sit there and eat all those things one at a time and you'd be full. But if you blend it up into a smoothie, you can have so many more calories so much quicker. And that's where it's a weird health or a weird diet thing where people are always oh, smoothies are super healthy. It's smoothies are healthy, but the calorie count can exceed what you're looking to eat at the time, when if you were to just eat a fruit or a vegetable and get all the fiber too, you'd be way more full and you wouldn't get as many calories. So watch out for those smoothies. Also, heavy creams. Even as a personal trainer, I was making some dish, pouring some heavy cream in, and I was like, oh yeah, at least this gets me some protein. Looked at the back of the box of heavy cream and it's just fat, cholesterol, salt, and 0 protein. And I'm like, holy crap. So it's not saying you can't use this. I would just say work it into your calories if you're doing a calorie calculator or whatever, but be aware that that's just a bunch of empty calories that are adding onto your calorie count. So watch out. The second reason why you're not losing fat even though you're working out is you could be walking or moving more. So a lot of people in high school and in college used to play sports and even just walk and move around more. And as you get older, you start to walk and move less. And you're not playing any sports, but you're probably eating the same amount of calories. And you're like, man, I used to be able to eat just like this and I'm not the same weight. And it's because you're not moving as much. You're not playing sports like you used to. And also you probably have a job where you sit at a desk and that doesn't help at all either. And the other thing is if you're sitting at a desk, you're probably a hard worker and you make a lot of money, but you need to be the right weight or you're gonna not be able to spend your money in the future or live a long and healthy life. Also, muscle atrophy, meaning muscle loss, happens quicker once you hit the age of 30 for both men and women. So that means all the muscle that you had as a teenager or as a college athlete is slowly declining, pretty much at 26, but at 30 it really starts to go faster, and then at 60 it's just super fast. So if at your age, I don't know how old you are, whoever's watching this, but you need to be gaining lean muscle mass and pack on as much as you can, so as your muscles start to atrophy, you have more sand for the ocean to pull away, if you want to think of a metaphor like that. And also muscle has mitochondria, and that's where the energy house of the cell is. So if you think about it, I don't want to get too scientific, but that's where your calorie burn, where a lot of it happens, is muscle mass. So if you don't have a lot of muscle to begin with, and then your muscle starts breaking down, and you're not moving as much, you can see why you'd gain weight. It's going to be, your metabolism's going to slow down, as well as your walking and movement is going to slow down. And it's just going to add up to the reason why you're not losing fat the way you want to. All right, so that was my quick 2 things. Those are the things I noticed with a lot of clients. So, and all these clients that I help are losing 20 to 30 pounds in 3 to 6 months. So if you'd like to lose 20 to 30 pounds in 3 to 6 months, contact me below. I have my website linked in the description. You can go to the contact page and email me there and we can get started. I hope this helped.